Hello! The dogs are starting to fight, so I apologize for this introduction, but
Film it! I want to see who wins.
it's obviously going to be Rocky. He's humongous.
That's fair.
He's humongous compared to JoJo, and JoJo has like nothing on her. She's like literally skin and bones. That's why if I get hungry,
like my poor kitty. She's
yeah,
so skin and bones.
If I get hungry, I'm going to eat Rocky first. It'll be a better snack.
We talk about, okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one that talks about this. Duke and I have had this conversation. I'm like, listen, my cats are useless. They can't hunt to save their lives, and I don't want them to get like tortured outside by some creature should the world end. And so I think we should give them humane deaths, and we'll eat Nightwing first because he's like 10 pounds of just meat, you know, and then we'll go to Bruce. No offense, Bruce, who's a little bit smaller, but still a lot of meat. So he's the fat one. Oh.
The fat ones are the first to go. I mean, that happened in Zombie Land, you know?
Those are the rules. Sorry.
Those are the rules.
Don't make the rules.
But hello, chat. We have myself, Extra Girl, and this is Tugs. Are we still echoing, chat? I don't hear an echo.
Is that me?
Well, we both have headphones on, so I don't think it's us.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Asian's eating.
Wow. This went dark fast. Yes, it did.
Listen, it's not the first time I've talked about it on stream, okay? I did it on my Twitch one time. I can't remember who brought it up. Corey would probably remember. When everybody started roasting me, and I'm like, listen, my cats are useless, okay?
Okay. John says that I have an echo, but Tricky says there's no echo. So I'm going to go with no echo because that's 2 no echoes now. So John, you might have to refresh. Refresh.
John, refresh. Mute your other window, John.
You might actually have another window open. Yeah, and double tap and always check the bathroom stalls. Absolutely. I just watched the movie.
Cardio.
Really good. Cardio. Oh my god, that scene where he's running around.
That would be me, just like running around in circles around the car.
Yep. But hopefully that won't happen. I've always said I want to die first so I don't have to live through it, because living in constant fear is horrible.
Yeah. You know what is also a little bit fearful too? Like, I know we've talked, listen, as a millennial, you know this. I have lived through, I don't even, like 3 world-ending events, the Y2K, the 2012, right? There's been like 3 of them. Global warming was supposed to kill us. Now it's called climate change. That didn't happen. All of this stuff, like we've lived through all this stuff, but this is the first time I'm actually genuinely concerned that we're headed for like the end times. There's a lot going on.
It's the mental Bibles, you know what I'm talking about. It's the mental end time, and like the way I kind of look at this whole world right now, based on a lot of the stories my father, mother, a lot of my family members have talked about, is just the Vietnam War. And I'm not saying this is the same war, okay? I'm saying the feelings that I'm perceiving from just the world, like sadness, anger, and a lot of innocent people. But we're here to, of course, distract you guys from that. So let's talk more about dogs being eaten by us, but or cats, I guess, in Tugs's
Listen, if you die before the cat will eat you. So really, it just, which battle do you want to fight here?
Who is going to win? I hope it's you because you're bigger.
Win this battle. I don't know. Bruce's claws are pretty sharp. So he's gotten me a couple times. I have to give him some pills, and he takes the pills just fine. Like, I don't know why he protests, but he protests. I'll like pin him in, which you're supposed to pin him, right? And he'll put his foot up, like his front foot, and like scratch at me. But he takes the pill itself, no problem. It's the situation that I think
he's vicious.
He's just cranky, is what he is. So now I got a pillow that I have. I sit on the couch and I take my little throw pillow and I pin it in front of him so he can't.
So he can't get at you. Oh, that's perfect. That is perfect.
Listen, I have a whole plan for the world ending. First of all, liquor is a must. It's good for trading. Also cigarettes. And also I have a food option that I'm not going to reveal to too many people, but you might have heard me make comments on it. I'm going to tell her for sure later, because I don't want too many people getting on my idea. Okay. But
also,
it involves
we live
animals
far from each other. So
we can meet in the middle.
A little bit. But this week, I feel like there was a lot of stuff that came out this week about relationships, 304s, crazy first date, expectancies on what you can and can't do. And there's some stuff about like Tradwives that I found very interesting. But I mean,
See, I missed that stuff. I was too busy focusing on the Britney drama, which I don't even know
Oh,
if that's a topic, but I have fallen down that rabbit hole, and I cannot wait for her
I
book.
cannot wait.
Get
I
it,
cannot
girl.
wait.
Let's go.
Yeah, who was it? I think it was Disbrew that brought me my attention to the Britney drama after Wicked Virtue. So, which is funny because I wouldn't expect Disbrew.
Ooh. Is he in favor or against Britney in this situation?
I think he just thinks she's crazy.
Well, listen, there are multiple things. I had this argument with the guy at work. There are multiple things that could be true at once. It can be true that Justin Timberlake is a jerk. And as somebody who is kind of in that weird space where I see the social media, I've seen it for years. He is a jerk. I can confirm. Never met him in person, but he's a giant egotistic. Anyway, not the point. That can be true. It could also be true that Britney Spears is crazy. It can also be true that Britney Spears is crazy because of the things that were done to her. It can also be true that Elvis is he said, she said. Like multiple things could be true.
Yeah. Every person, I'm not talking about girls specifically, every person, male or female, you just need the right triggers to become crazy.
Yeah.
It is not a generalized gender for females. Men can be crazy, women can be crazy. So you get with the right person who gaslights you, them damn gaslighters, then you turn into that nut job.
Yeah. Well, and he's been, listen, and this is where I think everybody is missing the people who are like, oh my God, she's so crazy. Why do we would listen to her? I think people are forgetting or didn't know. And now is your time to go find out, because trust me, it's a rabbit hole. Justin Timberlake has been trash talking her for 20 years. It's how he started his career. He bragged on Howard Stern about taking her virginity when they were like 17 years old, and dating her and whatnot. And so you can take that as, well, that's what she gets for giving in. You can take it as a punishment for her. You can take it as whatever. You're 17, 19 at the most. She was 19 when they broke up. And she had been through so much at that point. And then on top of that, the man you thought you were going to marry, the man you were madly in love with, was like, oh, no, you need to get rid of that. You need to get rid of that. And what is she going to do? Fight with him? No. Maybe she thought he was going to keep her. I don't know. We won't know until the book comes out. But he has been making his career off of trash talking her and insinuating false things that never happened and all of this stuff. So now it's just, listen, like in his own words, what goes around comes around, buddy. You started this mess. So she's allowed to finally talk about it. And she's going to be like, listen, I got some stuff to say. Okay.
She's out of that contract with her dad, whatever that was called. I forgot. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Her conservatorship, like all of it's coming out. And so she can now finally talk about it. Now, I think we will in general have to take a grain of salt, like what is or is not true. Because I do think and just her mental health, I think a lot of it can get jumbled up and some of it may be exaggerated, but I think it's perfectly reasonable to think that she and Justin Timberlake were an item. He was a hot commodity, one of the world's most eligible bachelors at the time. Yeah, he's 19 years old. What 19-year-old boy, say for a super Christian belief, that kind of guy is going to be like, yeah, let me just give up everything, my tour bus, all my fans, all these girls who throw their bras at me to have a baby. Like, okay, let's be real. Like, he's not going to happen. So, also, yes, congratulations to Brett Cooper.
Congratulations, Brett Cooper.
Until she posted her engagement.
She probably hides them. To be honest, I would too.
She did such a good job. She talked about it on a video today.
I would hide them.
Kudos. He hid his face in their engagement photos. Like, kudos to the boat. Like, cheers. He's doing the most. I'm here for it.
Speaking of, John Thomas, member for 5 months. Thank you for being a lush, by the way. So Victoria's Secret fired Rapinoe.
Oh,
Can't imagine why.
I forgot she was even
I forgot that.
I forgot she was even part of Victoria's
So I saw, and I guess we can kind of talk about this. This wasn't part of the topics, but we can go with this.
Yeah,
I saw this tweet. I love Six Buzz TV. A lot of good news stuff. Victoria's Secret is reportedly done with prioritizing wokeness over sexiness after sales.
Yeah, we'll see about that. I don't know. I saw videos, and again, Brett Cooper, I'm going to bring her up because that's the video I can think of off the top of my head. She did a video about the Victoria's Secret show that just got, for the first time in years, they did the Victoria's Secret runway show with the angels, and they brought back like the OG angels. Yeah, turns out it was an absolute crap show. and most of the models were like influencers, and apparently the original models didn't even walk, which is what the assumption was for the big return of the Victoria's Secret show. All the stuff looked terrible. Like, it was a big flop.
Ooh. Well, let's see what they have to say, because I kind of am interested in this. I didn't actually research too much on this topic. I just saw the headline.
I didn't know what even happened.
Lingerie chain Victoria's Secret is reportedly ditching its woke feminist makeover of recent years, as it hasn't translated to business success since the brand. I wonder why. Decided to move away from its hypersexualized image, as businessofashion.com described in a recent article. Victoria's Secret has seen a significant revenue drop. Now, at least in gaming, we have found a lot of women like playing sexy women.
Yeah, we like it too. I check out girls more than Duke does. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Plus, when we think about at least marketing for women, what women want to see when they buy something is, if I wear this, I'm gonna look good, I'm gonna feel good. Men are gonna want me, or women are gonna want me, whoever you're wanting to kind of look good for. And if they're pandering towards, someone who is of a bigger body, I don't know. I'm not gonna buy the lingerie off of that. I'm not gonna be like, I won't look that good.
That I'm, to me, and this might be my own thinking, but when they moved that direction, I just was like, listen, my delusion is that I look like Cindy Crawford and Giselle Bundchen. That's my delusion. What you're showing with these bigger girls in the lingerie is what I actually look like.
Yeah.
And I don't want to see that. I don't want that. I want that delusion.
We don't want that. We don't want that. Men don't want that. We don't want that.
I know I look a little chunky in my lingerie, okay? I want to pretend like I look like Cindy Crawford. God.
So, Kathleen, I like the way it's spelled. I think that her parents probably just guessed the spelling.
That's amazing.
Kathleen Chen.
Wait, say it again.
Kathleen. Sorry.
That's probably exactly how they thought it was pronounced too. Instead of Kathleen, they're like, oh, Kathleen. I love it.
Kathleen. Anyways, sorry. I just imagine my parents saying that. Reported that the brand's efforts to promote inclusivity, which included making LGBTQ pro women's soccer player and outspoken leftist Megan Rapinoe, as well as a transgender woman brand spokesmodel, and getting rid of its famous Angels supermodel, gained favorable reviews from online critics, but never translated into sales. This is happening not only with entertainment, but lingerie.
Yeah. You know why? Because here's the thing. And I saw this. I shared it. I think I shared it on my Instagram. But this girl, I saw it on TikTok, and then I found it as a reel. Evie Magazine shared it. This girl was like, I'm just going to say the thing that nobody else will say. And she's like, it's okay to be exclusive. The whole point of the Angels were that they were these god women. Like, they were goddesses. They had the perfect body and the perky boobs, and they were stunning. Like, you go blind looking at them because they're so beautiful. That's why they're called angels. That was the whole point. And she used this example specifically, and I'm like, yeah, we're not supposed to all be angels.
We're supposed to want to attain that. It's a goal.
I like to eat. Okay, everybody knows the famous angel diet is not much. I like food. So it's just, this is not supposed to be what it is. Stop it. And that goes for everything. Oh my God. Anyway, that's a whole nother
one. I'm not going to be like, oh my gosh, that obese model, I want to wear that lingerie. I want to be here. So like, I'm going to eat more cheeseburgers.
Oh yeah. Which is also promoting unhealthy habits, right?
Unhealthy. Absolutely. So according to the numbers, the lingerie brand's projected revenue for 2023 is $6.2 billion. Wow, that's still pretty good, which is 5% lower than it was last year, and even lower than 2020, when the brand's revenue was $7.5 billion revenue. Oh my God. I wonder if
I feel like that's low in general. Like, I remember Victoria's Secret at its peak, and I feel like they were making way more than that, but I could be wrong.
I think that the brand is not as strong because I'll say this, as a bigger girl, those bras don't fit very well on me.
Listen, as a smaller girl, those bras don't fit very well. Like, I don't go there for the bras. I get like panties there and like maybe a cute lacy number that's not meant to be worn under your clothes, like not a support.
It's on its own.
Yeah, it's like on its own, impressing the boyfriend kind of situation or husband situation for those of you that are married. But that kind of thing. Like, I don't do their bras are listen, I love you, Victoria's Secret, but your bras are
I love a good supportive bra that fits my whole boob in there.
And also, I love their like their pajama line, their pink line, the comfy clothes. Oh my god.
Yeah. Never tried it.
Oh man, they're so soft. I mean, they're super overpriced, I think, for what they are, but they're super comfy.
As with most lingerie.
Yeah, that's fair.
So the drop in Victoria's Secret sales, also followed the company's move to make its board of directors mostly female. In 2021, Rapinoe called out what the brand has been before the revamp, claiming it had sent out a really harmful message that was patriarchal, sexist, viewing not just what it meant to be sexy, but what the clothes were trying to accomplish through a male lens and through what men desired.
That's the point.
And look at what happened when they were trying to do it through a female lens. The sales dropped.
Didn't go very well. No.
Well, and the other thing is, when a guy thinks about, oh my God, I want to get lingerie for my girlfriend, where do they go?
Victoria's Secret.
Mm-hmm.
And they pick out the thing that you're like, how do I even put this on?
Yep.
Well, how does this work?
if you have said, obese model, wearing skimpy item, as a man, I think you look at that and you're going to go, I don't want her to look like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's whether the females or the males are the one that aren't shopping, but something isn't working, clearly, trying to market towards the non-patriarchal male lens, male gaze.
It was the fantasy, when we grew up, like I bring it back to the Angels because that was their brand at the time, but like it was the fantasy of it, right? The men were able to fantasize their women or a woman that they liked in this lingerie. And the women were able to be like, oh, I can wear that and I can look at that and look like that and, and look good for my guy. And like, also, like it was selling the fantasy, right? And now it's just really not.
Yeah, I'm not going to go in there as a male and buy this love pink bra.
Yeah, I don't know. That just looks complicated to wear, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think that might be I don't know what that is.
So here, I like this line. Greg Eunice summed up the new direction for the company, reportedly telling investors sexiness can be inclusive. He explained that sexiness can celebrate the diverse experiences of our customers, and that's what we're focused on. Okay. So I guess these are the angels. Look, they're so hot. They're making even just like this outfit look good.
Yeah, that's an old picture.
Mm-hmm.
They're so stinking cute. Listen, I would still literally unalive to look like
that. So Chief Executive Martin Waters also reportedly admitted that the inclusivity initiatives were not profitable for the company, stating, despite everyone's best endeavors, it's not been enough to carry the day. According to Business of Fashion, the company's new goal is to improve profitability and cross back over $7 billion in annual sales. To meet this objective, the brand plans to roll out activewear and swimwear, update its existing stores, and open up 400 new ones outside the United States.
Wow. Oh, swimwear. That could be interesting.
Swimwear would be good because I actually go to Aerie for swimwear. I really like their swimwear. And I mean, that's a market they haven't tapped in. They should have a long time ago.
Yeah, I usually am cheap and get mine. You know what? I feel like a price relook, at least while you're down in profits, might also be beneficial.
Yeah.
Maybe have more sales or something. I don't know.
They could do what La Senza did, and they did La Senza for women because they bought La Senza and La Senza like teen, but like cutesy for if you want to target the younger girls, That's one way to do it. Buy our teen wear, and then one day when you're an adult, shop our sexy, sexy stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
What's this here?
Yep. Jeff says, just look at what happened with Bud Light by hiring Dylan, who's, well, yes, as their spokesperson. They lost billions and probably won't recover. Yeah, they still haven't recovered, I don't think.
If they go bankrupt because of that, oh.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe that'd be funny. I mean, Target too. Also, Target's been at a downward spiral for a very long time. Walmart's on the up and up. I saw a TikTok the other day that was like, my Walmart has a Dunkin' inside of it now. She was like, so Target's got Starbucks, and Walmart was like, bet, and they got Dunkin'. She's like,
Dunkin' is better because it's more affordable.
It's more affordable. The reward system is better. They're not politically motivated is the correct way to say it.
They're just profit motivated, as you should.
There's profit. Yeah, they say America runs on Dunkin'. America. Yep, America runs on Dunkin'. Bye. They may like donate to a 9/11 charity or something for the victims. That's as political as they get. I don't see any preaching. I don't see nothing. And Walmart's clothes quality has gone. I shop at Walmart all the time. I talk about this all the time. All my sundresses for the most part have come from Walmart. Like, I love Walmart. They've stepped their game up. It's awesome.
Nice. We have Andrew Matthews for 5 British pounds. Us men are saving the planet. Less material is for science. Wow. Yep. No one sent me less material. Mark.
Right? Well, be careful what you wish for.
That is very true. But if you send me less material, it doesn't mean I'm going to wear it on stream. You'll just have to know that I wear it. I don't wear things like that on stream. Thank you very much, Andrew. All right. So thank you, Victoria's Secret, for finally making sexy great again.
Ow, we need that as a t-shirt. # make sexy great again. And yes, Corey, mine do too. I love Walmart.
So I saw this post and I didn't really make a comment on it too much. I did reply to it, but this lady here, she's very hot to start off with.
Beautiful, yeah.
I saw the picture first, but then I saw the the little title. This lady says, "I slept with 300 people in a year. Haters say I'm disgusting, but I feel empowered."
Well, now you do. Because you're young and adorable, but give it a few years.
Give it a few years.
I don't think you will.
New York Post, you post a lot of good stuff. Like, she's so pretty. I wonder how old she is.
She does not look all happy. Look at her face, though. Let's go back up. Does that look like the face of a truly happy woman? Let's just dissect this for a second.
Just one part. This is probably from the podcast, the Kyle and Jeff.
Her eyes look so dead. That is that photo that you're like, I'm dying inside. That's what that is. Or she's a robot. One of the two.
Oh my gosh. Chat, we have to know. Smash or pass?
Probably should have asked that before we knew her body count.
Smash, pass. Up to you guys what you want to say. I feel like some people will still say smash.
I mean, objectively, I
would still smash her, maybe, as a man.
She just does not... She does not look very happy to me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you just don't. Oh, she's Australian.
Well, she's 26. So she says she found it empowering. She's 26 years old. She told in an interview that she even managed to bed 5 people in a single day during the frisky, fun-filled year.
At the same time?
I think it was different people at different times. And okay, I was going to maybe go with 300 maybe, but 5 in a day. Did you even shower in between?
There are 365 days in a year. You could do 1 a day and still hit the 300 number. Ma'am, what are you doing? What's happening here?
Tugs, she's empowered.
And then you get 65 days as a cushion, for when you have to go to the doctor to get meds because you're sleeping with 5 people in a day. Ma'am, I'm scared for you. I really am scared.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
So she says, I felt empowered afterwards. Sex makes me feel good. It's meant to make you feel good. No, sex is to have babies. We're just a species that does it for fun.
Yeah.
Night sleeps with... Oh, so it's not just men. Men and women. And And she told the program that she met many of her sex partners on dating apps. However, she also has a roster of regulars on speed dial that she calls up whenever she feels like getting down and dirty. The messier the sex, the better. Oh my God.
Learning
So
so much about this woman right now.
she's been dubbed as the most sexually active woman. I highly doubt that.
In the entire country of Australia.
I highly doubt that. Like, I really highly doubt that.
I don't think Australia is okay.
So she says, I'm down to try anything. However, not everyone is impressed by Knight's unashamed enthusiasm for sex, with one hater describing her as disgusting. If you didn't know, I'd say people would say smash.
Yeah, I would think so too, just off of the looks alone.
She's very pretty.
Yeah, she's got a good body, I think.
Chewy,
she's definitely light enough for you to throw around, you know what I mean?
Yeah. We're saying, are you going to smash or pass this lady here?
My gracious. That is a lot of void filling, and I don't mean that as a pun.
She also has an OnlyFans account.
Of course she does.
She's fired from her marketing job after bosses uncovered her saucy cyber activities.
Imagine having a marketing job, which is impressive as a woman, especially. Marketing is not for the faint of heart in general. And well, I don't know about so much now, but marketing was one of those that women really struggled to get higher up in. So kudos to her for that. And she just threw it away. All right. Well, it happens.
So let's see what else. That's a cute bikini. The last thing I wanted to do was get fired if someone found my OnlyFans. There was a list of 3 reasons why I was fired, basically saying she was very upset and very angry by her company's decision. They said I falsely advertised that I had a side business, didn't ask for permission from the company to run the side business, and that I had online pornographic images of myself and crude language that was against the company rules. Now, I wonder if there was something that she signed before she started in the company where she had to admit that she had a side business.
Yeah. Like technically, I'm supposed to ask my job if this is okay. And I can't work in the job that the company I work for, I cannot work. Like if I needed 2 jobs, I would have to work in a different, like I can do the same kind of job, which is admin, but I could not work for the same type of company that I work for. I'd have to go and be an admin for like Petco. You know what I mean? I couldn't do what I do. You know what I mean? It would have to be opposite. So it's like, yeah. I don't know if this is considered a side business or not. I mean, if sure hers is, then this probably is. So I probably should have asked for permission, but well, whoopsies.
Oh, hello, Nerdpickies. So this lady isn't looking back. She earns $1,000 a day with her content, which fans pay a monthly subscription to view. Well, I would not work at my job. Like if she's smart and a bit of a entrepreneur. On top of that, she could work for 5 years and then just quit life, just enjoy herself. But
man, $1,000 a day.
It's a lot. Wow. $365K a year. So I highly doubt she's actually going to stop making her money.
Oh, and no compete costs. Yeah, I think most jobs have that. Also, depending on the job, and I've talked about this before. You represent the company that you work for, especially like in a marketing situation. And when I worked for Disney, it was the same thing. So your behavior outside, if your bosses and the higher ups found out how you were acting outside of Disney or outside of your job, like you could very well get in trouble. Like, absolutely.
That's true. Now, I'm not going to lie. I do think I wouldn't use the word disgusting. I would just say not dateable relationship or casual relationship material. I would be very apprehensive of anyone wanting to get with her because of diseases and even HPV in general. Like those are things that you have to watch out for. I wouldn't say disgusting. I think very risky. Just engaging in super risky behavior.
Yeah. Especially if she's into a little bit more risque stuff. Like there's a lot of sick people out there. They find your OnlyFans. They think that you're their bestie or their girlfriend. Girl, I'm praying for you. Just be careful. Bring some mace or something.
We've talked about this. She's very young.
Also get tested.
In her 20s. she isn't thinking of the possible long-term consequences, because what's going to happen is, 5-10 years down the line, maybe she's not doing it anymore. And when she's dating someone, they can Google her.
Yeah. And this is the article that pops up.
300 people in a year and 5 people in one day. I told my friend, and I'll say this verbatim, I thought he was disgusting for having sex with 2 girls in one day.
Oh my God.
Not showered in between. I'm like, that is so gross. Don't, like, at least shower.
Oh, shower. You have to shower in between. And that goes for the ladies too. Like, ladies, shower. We have this really cool crevice that does a lot of cool things, but we leak all the time. Okay. And that stuff sits in there. So you gotta shower. Wash.
It marinates.
It marinates. You could, I actually saw, I don't know why it keeps popping up on my Instagram feed, but it's some doctor and she's talking about that. And she's like, so your pH balance gets out of whack because you're having sex with multiple partners or one partner multiple times. Like if you have a high libido, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, in women, we get, and it was an advertisement for something, but she was spot on because, that's our pH balance gets out of whack. We feel weird. There may be a different smell. There may be all these things. And so you have to be careful. We are weird creatures when it comes to our body. Women are, and we have to take care of ourselves very differently. It's not an outside problem. It's an inside problem. And you gotta soap and water. All right. Soap and water. Ugh.
I guess I technically did, but I will say verbatim what I told my guy friend when he told me that. I'm like, you think that's a high five bro moment? No. Yeah. At least shower. Yeah. That's disgusting.
I worry for her safety more than anything.
Yeah.
Use condoms and get tested regularly, please, for the love of God. And also,
you have to when you're in that industry. And the funny part is, I don't think she actually is doing. I wonder what her percentage is for content and what is for fun.
Well, I don't know. That's a good question.
Because she has a roster, right? And she has the
OF. My roster. He be feeding me pasta and lobster. Okay.
Yeah, and I mean that is apparently the most promiscuous woman in Australia. So
all of Australia. I'm shocked.
All of Australia. I wonder who is like the male equivalent and what his numbers are in comparison to her. Yeah, that's insane. That is insane. All right, so this is going to be the pièce de résistance. I've been waiting to talk about this video because I haven't actually watched the whole entirety of it.
You guys, we're probably going to is this the full 6-minute version?
Yep.
So I'm sure all of you saw the clip. I think Lady Gravemaster shared it. That's where I saw it first. But there's a 6-minute version where he gets back in the car and somehow it gets worse. But anyway, we're going to watch this because I've seen this. She hasn't, and I can't wait we're going to get an X-Ray Girl rant.
So this lady refused to get out of her car because her date took her to the Cheesecake Factory for their first date.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, before we even start, I love the Cheesecake Factory.
Right? And they're pricey for what
it is. Pricey.
Just throwing that out there. I mean, it's not, a 5-star restaurant, but it's pricey.
A cheesecake is $10 to $12 US, which, by the way, in Canada, that is $15 to $16. And then on top of that, the food is $11 to $25 per plate. It's not cheap. It's not like McDonald's.
And listen, I like their food. I think their food is good, but is it worth that? That's debatable.
Debatable. Their pastas aren't worth it, in my opinion, but they're very good. The bow ties.
Yeah, no. I usually do their little, their small plates. I get a bunch of little small plates. Yeah.
Anyway. Now I kind of want to go get Cheesecake
Honey, can we go to the Cheesecake Factory?
Yep.
Yeah.
We got one in Toronto. Anyways, okay. We'll go.
Yes. Would you want me to open the door for you? You're recording me? Yeah. Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. What's the problem with that?
I was saying, can you turn it up a little?
It's as high as it goes.
Yeah. It's a little low.
I checked.
Can you guys hear it okay? Maybe it's just me.
Do you want to try and share it?
I can try.
Okay. While you're doing that, For one, this guy's nice. He drives her there, which, by the way, ladies, don't do that. I think for safety, if you're on an app, get yourself to the location.
Yeah,
Unless
I don't
you're friends.
know. There's no, at least that as far as I saw, I don't know the background on that, to be honest.
But in any case, so she's just sitting in the car saying, "This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory." Like, you don't look classy. For one, you got purple lipstick, this green dress, and these big hoop earrings.
Wait, just wait, because it gets better. Just I can't wait.
We're at
Okay, here we go.
26 seconds. Your boobs are hanging half out of your dress.
Right.
You're actually underdressed for the Cheesecake Factory.
Is this for real or planned? The consensus is I don't know. To be honest.
Let me just get the door for you. Okay.
She started this from when he got there.
He said so this is them in the parking lot of the Cheesecake Factory. And he gets out to go get her, to go open the door for her.
He got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting out this car.
Can you guys hear it okay?
Yes.
Would you want me to open the door for you?
Okay.
Are you're recording me?
Yeah. Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
You want to talk about it? I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Pause.
Come on, get it on in the car. Yeah.
I don't know. It says transcript, but I don't know, Argo. I don't know if it'll actually do it. So he goes around to open her door and she's recording. I don't know if she was live. I don't know where this video came from, but she was recording and he's like, "Are you filming me? Like, what?" She's like, "Oh yeah, we're at the Cheesecake Factory. Like, would you bring this to the Cheesecake Factory?"
And like I said, her dress, her earrings, her lipstick scream out below Cheesecake Factory standards.
I mean, listen, a purple lipstick, honestly, the shade looks better on her than it would on me. But why are you wearing it with a green dress? And also,
You look
why
like Barney.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was really mean. I apologize. That was mean. That was actually mean. Because Barney has more purple than green.
That's fair. That's fair.
But you have the audacity to just remain seated in the car. The guy got out, tried to open the door, is taking him out for a meal. This meal would cost, if you get appetizers, a main and dessert, and one drink, 100, 150.
No, yeah, at least. And the other part, I don't know if anybody could caught it because I don't know how loud it is, but the door, he went to go open the door and it's locked. Like, she locked the door. He went to go open the door for her and she locked it. So he you can hear him be like, "Oh," and she's like, "Oh," and that's like the face she makes. She's like, "Oh," and then she rolls the window down.
The audacity to bring me here.
To open your own car door. Let us continue because it gets
We're gonna talk about it.
We're gonna talk about it.
Please.
That's sass she given.
And then he comes back around. Oh, we're going to talk about it. He comes back around to his side and has to knock on the window because she still didn't unlock the car. It's his car. Anyway.
Okay. So
yes, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
So you expect a man to go all out on the first date. Is that right?
I mean, you're supposed to. When you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because I get courted. So you're courting her, right? You're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well, right?
Yeah.
Pause.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Okay, courting her, protect her, cherish her. I'm gonna go red pill here. What did you do to deserve going all out for one? And if she says just her looks, I don't know. I don't know. What do you expect? You want him to take you to a Michelin star restaurant where he doesn't know if you're going to get a second date? When you can't afford to do that, you have to put your best foot forward at the same time, not putting yourself out.
Yeah, and also I think, but just a friendly reminder, courting isn't an old school.
Not a first date either. Courting is
Is for
dating.
marriage. Like that, the point of courting is not dating around. It's to court somebody with the intent of getting married. And so, how many are you courting? I have questions.
And how many people is she being courted by? Is this something where, like, honestly, if she at least made the effort to say, I only want to date you, I want to get to know you, this really shows how vapid and narcissistic she is, that she thinks that she deserves to be taken out to a nicer restaurant because she deserves to be protected, cherished. I think even being taken to like my favorite restaurant, which, by the way, for fast food, you know, you can go to things like I love Popeyes. I love fried chicken. I love Popeyes. Around,
oh God, can you imagine if he had taken her there? Oh, the ists.
Well, as a black woman, I don't know. She'd probably go down.
You would lose her mind.
WWE on him. But I love when Mark, like, he knows that I'm having a moment. I'm like, oh, you thought about me? You got me chicken.
Chicken. Oh, well, that's not the one I wanted. This one. And yes, actually, Jeff, you are correct. I missed that whole part. Courting isn't even dating. Like the courting period is like beforehand, right? So like, let's think of Bridgerton. Like he's bringing her flowers, and they're going on walks, and they're like that. You know. Anyway.
But yeah, this reaction to be taken to a very standard restaurant is over the top, unneeded. I don't think she deserves to go anyplace after this. I don't know what happens after this video. If he takes her to a restaurant, he is even below beta. You know, those balls have been sucked up into his body cavity and they've become two different vaginas. Because he shouldn't stand for this. This type of behavior is like disgusting. And I'm actually using disgusting this time.
This is actually disgusting, yeah. All right. We're a minute and 43 in, and it gets more interesting. The tea is spilled, I tell you.
I agree. I went into this date as I expect, with the expectations for myself to keep you safe, you know, to respect you, to pay for your food, of course, pick you up, of course, and just treat you like a gentleman, which I believe I have done.
I mean, you've been pretty nice, but
pause.
And then Cheesecake Factory.
He brings up good points. He picked her up, made sure she got there safe, was gonna pay for dinner. And what is she doing there? She's like, I'm adjusting my boobs and my dress and trying to look prettier. Also, why are you having a disagreement? I find it vastly disrespectful that she's not even looking at him.
No, she's not. And then like, and you'll see as we go, I don't want to spoil it, but he continues to make the points that he's making. And he's very, kudos to this guy. And you just see her get more and more uncomfortable as she kind of, not really, but she kind of realizes like, oh damn, I've been a bitch.
But she is being one. Like she thinks, I deserve better than Cheesecake Factory.
Even now she's like, well, you've been nice, but Cheesecake Factory.
That's like, not enough. And this is the problem I see with some women, not all, where they need like a red carpet type of date. And I love The Bachelor and Bachelorette, but maybe seeing those types of dates.
Oh God, it's a lot
of a fantasy. It's a fantasy.
And even with, this whole record. So I don't know if she was live on Instagram or if she just was filming. I have no idea. The way she like talks to the camera, the way she's saying like, y'all, he just took me to the cheesecake. Like it almost sounds like she went live somewhere, but I have no idea. I don't. So
press play.
I, on the other hand, have certain expectations for a girl I go out with on the first date. I expect her to be respectful too.
Uh-huh.
I expect her to be cooperative. And at least,
what did I do that wasn't cooperative?
well, I mean, like, even like when we were walking to the car, you wouldn't put your hand around my arm or anything like that, or hold my hand or anything like that.
I mean, it's too early for that.
Okay.
I don't know you.
I can respect that. I can respect that.
Okay.
When I got to your apartment to pick you up, you didn't want to invite me in. I can respect that too. We're not
Again.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay. And then, but
I mean, I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a woman.
But
I got myself
there's
all made
nothing
up.
wrong with the Cheesecake Factory, right?
Yes, there's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay, well, look at.
What's wrong with the
my
Cheesecake
plan,
Factory?
where we were gonna go originally.
See, now that's where we should have went. All right there. Call him.
No.
What do you mean no?
See,
I
I
know
specifically
you didn't.
told you both yesterday and this morning that I'd come to pick you up at 4 p.m. Right? And I got to your place at 4 p.m. You didn't even come downstairs for another hour, and so I was waiting downstairs
I understand.
for an hour. Right?
But I wasn't expecting for work to take me so long.
Pause.
I got home a
Pause.
little late.
So
She was an hour late.
an hour. So he shows her on the phone, and you can barely hear it. Like, I had to listen to it a couple times. He shows her on a phone. This is where we were going to go, is what he says. This is where we were gonna go. And she goes, "Oh, we should've
that's
went
why
there."
he pointed the phone.
This is where we were gonna go.
She gone done ruined her own date.
Yep, because she was an hour late, and he'll talk about it in a second. So spoilers, but he's like, we're not going to make the reservation. So here we are.
Oh my god. Okay.
And if you've eaten at a fancy, like a truly fancy, like
15
one,
minutes is gone.
She never would have been let into this restaurant dressed the way that she was, for one. So that date would have been ruined. I mean, that place would have been ruined anyway. But two, if you've ever been to like a super nice, legitimately nice restaurant that's Michelin, 5-star, whatever word you want to use, one, she never would have been let in dressed like that. Two, if you are not on time, you're done, because
You get 5 minutes.
You get booted. You get like 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Yeah, whereas places, I think it's like 15 to 20 depending on the place, and they'll usually honor you, but you are kicked out. You lose your spot. It's gone. It's done. And if you've ever tried to get into, like, even out here, like Hill's Kitchen, the Eiffel Tower restaurant, the Paris Hotel, like, you have to be there, otherwise bye.
Oh my god. Okay. So he did try. Okay, kudos to you, Guy, for trying to provide a really good date. And she was saying she wasn't being anything disrespectful. Now, I don't know if there was communications in between, because she was saying maybe about work. But if you're going to be late, if you're going to be late, you have to communicate to your date. Otherwise, they think they're ghosting you. And this guy drove, and sat outside your place for a whole hour. You didn't invite him in, it's fair. That's fair. Honestly,
That's fair, especially if you live in an apartment building. But I have to wonder, like, did she not even invite him inside the building? You know what I mean? Because a lot of apartments,
it could be hot out there. It could be cold out there. Like,
have him wait in the lobby. He would have waited in the lobby. Okay, hey, let me buzz you in the door. I'm not going to give you my apartment number, though. This is my building. I'll buzz you in the door. Just hang out for me in the lobby. I'll be down in whatever minute. You know what I mean? Like, just hang out there. That would have been totally fine. I'm sure he would have been okay with that.
Yeah, because guess what? If it was roles reversed, she would have been fuming in her car, but like, okay, y'all, this guy was an hour late. He made me wait, blah, 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 blah.
The Cheesecake Factory.
So this massively disrespectful. I also want to hear the rest of her response, but like, she started the date off wrong. He was trying whatever this RE place was. I'm sure it was good. Cheesecake Factory, not gonna lie, a great second option. He had to adapt. You can't get another reservation. Like, if he got a reservation for 5 p.m., say it was like an hour drive, that means the 6 p.m. reservations were fully booked. And there was a reason he booked it for 5, because he couldn't get later unless he wanted to wait till 9.
Yep. And then maybe he works the night shift, and that was the only time. I don't know. If she gets off work at 4, or whatever, and he has that early. I mean, we don't know those circumstances, but yeah, it's like, hello. Now, I don't know if the restaurant he showed her was like super extremely nice, but it was obviously better than the Cheesecake Factory because she immediately was like, oh, we should have gone there. Like, you need to call them right now. And he's like, no.
No, because he knows he can't get another table. So what's the point? And then she's gonna explode while like, I'm having a tantrum. I can't go to a restaurant that I want. You're a piece of crap. Yep. By the way, guys, I'd say a good gauge for first date, half an hour late. By then, gone.
Bye. Yeah, unless they've updated you, like that's different. But yeah, bye.
Yeah. So,
all right. Here
gosh. She's horrible.
And like I said, I don't know you well enough to invite you up into my apartment. And that is not possible.
And that's why I'm saying, I'm thinking, okay, if we're not there in the relationship to, meet at your apartment.
Oh my God, look at her face.
Maybe we're not ready in a relationship for such a nice, fancy restaurant as Aria. Especially if I'm paying for the whole thing. Which I'm still willing to do. I would have been. Okay. But if we're late, I told you twice.
It wasn't that late.
We literally left your place at the time the reservation was supposed to be. And I specifically said 4 because maybe we could get there early and even have some time to get to know each other on the way there and while we're in the parking lot. We're waiting for a reservation.
Pause.
Know each other. Look at her backtrack.
Oh my God, that face. That would have been a good thumbnail. She's
look
like,
at her face.
It's not that late. Oh my God. And I love his clap back. Oh my God, what he said. Maybe we're not in the right place in our relationship for me to be taking you to Ari.
Yep.
You know what? I didn't see this going in this direction, so I have to give him a little bit of kudos because I thought he was totally going to be like totally steamrolled by her. So
she's steamrolled. She is like, you can see it all over her face. She's like,
She's trying every tactic in the book to make him feel crappy that they couldn't make it to the reservation when it was actually her fault.
This is here?
So Jeff says, for context, Aria restaurant is inside the MGM resort. He was going to pay a lot of money.
No.
By the way, also, that panoramic roof makes me think this is a nice car too.
Yeah, it looks like it. Aria restaurant. Hold on.
I heard Ari, not Aria. My bad. This makes me so furious that, like, there are some people out there in the world who thinks the world revolves around them. And because I worked in the service industry where, we book things in 15-minute increments or 10-minute increments. We, like, for example, a Brazilian wax is 20 minutes. If you're in Asian, if you're 10 minutes late, sure, we could probably. But if you are a hairy beast, that's not going to take 10 minutes, 5 minutes. It will take the full 20 minutes. That time is precious. So if you're late, we ain't taking you. And that it should have been the same for this date, the way the guy treated her. And if this is true, Aria, he was going to spend a lot of money.
Well, I know we have the Aria Hotel here, and honestly, the restaurants there, they have like a food court and stuff, but the restaurants there are pretty high end. So if they are in Vegas and they're going to that hotel,
I'd say
I have no idea where this takes place, but
whoever you are, dude, if I have a single lady, I'll hook him up.
Right? He looks so nice and he's cute.
He is. If you're into brown dudes, he looks like a well-dressed man. He's got his beard. He keeps his eyebrows,
He's punctual, which is important.
Oh my God. So anyways,
is there another restaurant you can call that, equivalent to that? I
literally
you don't understand. Look at me. I cannot go in the Cheesecake Factory.
There's nothing wrong with
I will die.
I will die.
That's embarrassing.
Listen, as I said, I have very specific certain expectations for that. I can tell it's not gonna be there. And maybe we're not right for each other. So respectfully, I'm gonna just drop you off at home.
Oh no, he didn't.
Yeah.
So you just
my dude. Congrats to you. You got balls. I regret saying your balls were inside you.
People in the chat were like, "Oh, what a beta! Aha! Jokes on y'all."
That was that was a very alpha move. I mean, you know what? I'll say this. Maybe the first instant, it was at this moment she knew she messed up. And this is the thing. Mistakes do happen. I was going to go on a second date and I ghosted Mark in the sense that I actually went to the hospital, got super sick. It felt like COVID. This was before COVID was a thing. And I had to cancel day of the date. So he definitely thought I ghosted. But you have to give a bit of grace in the sense that, okay, maybe it was a mistake and she didn't know at the time. So strike one. And then this is strike two, her not wanting to go to Cheesecake Factory.
Yep.
All within an hour and a half to 2 hours.
I mean, to be fair, Jeff, Aria is known for its like modern. That was the whole point of the Aria. If it's the hotel here in Vegas, if that's actually where it's at, then the Aria and the Cosmo are known for like their hip modern vibe. And so they probably would have let her in, except I think there's a steakhouse. Oops, sorry, Selena. I think it's a steakhouse. They would not have let her in there. That you have to like
be a little bit more classy. And I like the audacity on her. I don't want to like this is embarrassing going to the Cheesecake Factory the way I look right now. Like, excuse me? You're embarrassing.
She is
the way you're she's acting like a spoiled brat.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's like, I'm just gonna take you home. Let's continue.
Want to call it a night?
Look at her. She's like, wait, you want to call it a night?
Because she's used to doing this. She's used to pushing guys around and getting her way. So now she's like, oh no, take me out still.
But wait, no, I don't want to. No.
Isn't there some kind of compromise or something?
There was a compromise.
The compromise is Cheesecake Factory.
You didn't want to go because you're too classy for that.
Oh, this girl.
Yeah, and Hokies brings up a good point. She's lucky she's
okay,
being driven home.
This is just a testament. And listen, I'm right there with y'all. I saw the people in the chat. I saw you guys be like, kick her to the curb and make her walk home. I get it. I'm with you. I understand where that's coming from. But kudos to him for still being nice and making
a gentleman.
Yeah.
Because he still wants to make sure she's safe going home.
Yeah, exactly. Because, I mean, if he did, like, listen, this is my true crime brain. My vengeful brain is kick her out and make her walk or whatever, find her own way home. My true crime brain says that if I do that and something happens to her, then I'm the last person to see, and then I'm a suspect. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, yeah.
If I don't feel respected, I am not gonna go through with the rest of the day.
Come on.
I mean, you are serious. You're really leaving.
Yeah. I mean, you didn't want this place anyway, right?
I mean, I understand that I was late. I understand that. I understand that I could have been a bit more cooperative. You made some good points. That's why I'm willing to compromise. Are you sure you want to go home?
I don't have a lot of rules. I don't have a lot of expectations for a first date, but I've already set them.
And what does she mouth?
Broken everyone.
It's what I can see. It says she's like, he's taking me home. Like she's mouthing like he's really taking me home.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Oh, Kaz is like, where's her seatbelt?
Look at you notice how she's sitting like this? Like now she's trying to
cozy up.
Yeah.
Whereas she's trying to use her feminine wiles.
Yeah, now she's trying to cozy up.
Yeah, she wants that free dinner. She wants yeah, you didn't want the compromise because guess what? There is still a lower scale than the Cheesecake Factory. Like out of all chain restaurants, it's on the higher end. You could have gone to, I don't know, Olive Garden.
But
I
yeah,
don't know.
you're right.
It's not as good. Okay, I've had pastas at Olive Garden. It's not as good as Cheesecake Factory. Okay, just saying.
I go to Olive Garden for this salad and breadsticks. That's literally what I'm there.
I don't know. Applebee's. I've never been to an Applebee's, so I don't really know what it's like.
I didn't like Applebee's on the
On
date
a date
night.
Oh yeah. Okay, could have gone to McDonald's, Burger King.
Listen, Applebee's has big fat margaritas for cheap. Okay, that's the reason to go there.
Yeah,
right.
And I would be happy going to an Olive Garden for a first date. Okay, even Applebee's, whatever, not a big deal. I wouldn't want to go to a fast food restaurant unless, of course, they had some like interesting, different types of like tacos. It's like a hole in the wall type place. I would love that. If she was brought there, oh, there would be hell to pay. For the audacity to bring her to one.
The absolute audacity. All right, here we go. 20 seconds. 30 seconds.
So, I'm sorry. We're dropping you off.
All right, whatever. Well, I mean, I guess I understand. You got to do what you got to do.
Oh my gosh, she's still trying to look cute.
I understand where you're coming from.
And that's
I don't think she did.
Just said, I don't think she does. Look at her face.
She doesn't. She thinks that he's doing the wrong thing. And yeah, she's salty AF right now.
She's so mad. She's mad that she got called out on her BS. She's mad she didn't get her way. And she's mad because she got all dressed up.
Didn't get dinner. She didn't get dinner. She's probably like, I didn't buy anything for the fridge because I thought I'm going out on a date. I don't know.
I didn't have any food.
This type of behavior is disgusting. And someone in the chat earlier, I think it was B Bean, was like, why did she post this video? Honestly, I think she thought this was a W.
Yeah.
I literally think she thought this was a win.
And I tried to find like the original account. So that's also what makes me think it was a live stream, which is even worse. Because I cannot find like the original posting of the video. The account that posted it on TikTok, she just reposted it. So I don't know. I have no clue where the original was. I could find, I thought I tried to find it for your guys' viewing pleasures, but I got nothing for you. So I'm sorry. I failed.
Okay. Apparently they were on a show called Kevin Wesley, The Truth Factory. I don't know if you hit people with copyright strikes. If you do, that's a, beta energy, sir. So please don't.
Oh my, what? Okay. First of all, why? Why?
I want to see these. I want to see these texts that they have here.
Is it text or comment? Is he a Nigerian prince?
I think he is. Here, I'm gonna HD this.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, so he's talking about himself. I want to see these. Okay, these are the comments. I love the Cheesecake Factory. My husband and I go all the time. This is I like this. This is true. This is what entitled and delusional looks like. Fellas, love yourself first. This woman is appalling. He's probably getting a lot of love compared to her. Let's just go through this.
The whole video.
For you, since that video went viral.
Since
she's still
I
got
was
the
on the video, kind of unexpected. I might not have put my best foot forward,
You were fine. I think he's. Please don't backtrack. Now I
hope not. Now I'm worried. I almost don't want to watch this because in my mind he's a hero.
He was fine. He did a hero's job.
Okay, listen. This is mean.
I feel like
kind of mean, but that was my first reaction. I'm like, girl, no, like, don't take this in an offensive way, but you do not look like a girl who is picky about where she eats. I'm not saying that to be detrimental, but you don't. I'm not picky about where I eat. I can tell you by the 20-something pounds I've gained. Okay, we're not picky. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that, but don't sit here being bougie and be like, I don't want to go to the Cheesecake Factory when we can see that you like food. It's fine. It's okay. I'm not judging. I'm just saying. Maybe.
Okay, we're gonna play this faster.
I've not really met anyone since who I've really gotten to get to know like that because a lot of women, they might have seen the video or might have heard from it, or maybe a friend of theirs has seen the video and shares it with them. And so they kind of had this image of me based on the video.
Absolutely.
And it hasn't really helped.
Okay.
Exactly.
Aw, I feel so bad. Apparently no one wants to date him because of watching the video. Oh, that breaks my heart because I thought that would make him more of a Chad. So she did win. She did win.
She won in the end, which is that's so depressing. Ladies, what are we doing? This is the one you want in your DMs, guys.
Like literally gonna take you to a nice restaurant, gonna drive you around.
He's so nice. And I don't know why that is, because as far as everything I saw, no one liked her. I didn't see anybody being like, oh, he's so this and he's so that. Now, actually, that's not true. Now that I think about it, the one that was posted online cuts off. It's not the full 6 minutes. So you don't get to see him. So the one that like was shared on Twitter by Lady G and other podcasts or whatever, that's not the full video. So maybe that's why. The one that went viral is the clipped one, which stops at him being like, oh, yeah, I'll talk about it or whatever. That's where it stops, right? So it does make him look kind of baity. Maybe that's where people are getting that impression. Because if you watch the whole thing, he's a hero. He's a hero.
Yeah. God. This makes me sad. And Grant is right. You guys kind of forget that there are more women like her than you guys. We live in a world where Jada Pinkett Smith is held up as a hero.
Listen, I am eating up the Britney drama solely. Well, not solely, but a lot of the reason I'm eating up this Britney Spears drama is because I don't want to hear about the Smiths anymore. Like, I'm sick and tired of it. Shut up.
It's been 2 weeks, guys.
We need different drama, okay? Shush, Jada. Shush.
It's like they might think everything about me is reflected in that video, and I don't think it is. And but yeah, it's been difficult.
Sure.
Well, and it's even before this, dating has already been difficult for me.
I imagine your views kind of clash with what you're looking for, what they're looking for.
Yeah, I think so. Because I think in general, my values kind of reflect wanting to build something that lasts.
Yes, sir.
And I want to make sure that anyone that I meet is willing to build a really strong foundation based on our mutual values. And I think it in general, a lot of the people that I meet, either they don't have time to set towards building something like that, or they just don't want to because they're younger, they want to experience casual dating or whatever it is. And
you live in Vegas. I think that's your biggest problem.
If they are, well, yeah, I can confirm Vegas is a huge problem.
It's harder to date.
I found mine outside of Vegas.
Yeah, and I think location for one, and then exposure. You're dating people who have found this video on the Gen Zs on TikTok, I guess on Twitter if you want to go with that. But I don't know how old this guy is, but maybe dating someone a bit older might not be a bad idea.
He seems so nice. I will say, like, the way he's sitting, he seems he's probably just nervous being on TV, which I would too, but he looks very insecure there. So that might be a thing too.
Oh, he
looked so confident, at least to me, he looked pretty confident in the video we just watched where he's like, I'm taking you home. I'm sorry, our values don't align up. Like, he's still very nice about it. He's a nice guy, but here he's kind of,
he's sunken in.
You know what I mean?
So small compared to the girl.
So small. Yeah.
She looks like a giant.
We must find him a girlfriend. I feel so bad. This
God, I want to see what she thinks if she actually apologizes at all.
And it's just not something that I'm looking for right now.
Understood. So obviously, guys, Jay saying that they have viewing him in a negative light when it comes to dating. When I saw Jay, I saw someone who was making some excellent points, who knew what he wanted, and he's actually now like a Giga Chad in the manosphere world, in the red pill community. The brother's been mentioned everywhere.
Yeah, it's true.
He should go on Access Vegas.
Oh my God, yes. There is Rolo. Where are you, Rolo? Rolo.
Now I'm going to ask Alicia as well, because during this conversation, Alicia.
Thank you.
I'll get that right. Okay, so Alicia,
you
didn't seem to really disagree with what he was saying. Now you had definitely a different opinion before he gave you his mind, right? But you seemed very receptive to it. Can you explain to me kind of what you were thinking and how you saw him in that video? Because he's saying they took him in a negative light. What do you think?
Well, yes, I think once we had the conversation, I could see my role in the conflict.
Okay. Okay.
Just back up a little bit. To be fair, I mean, I was always raised that the man is supposed to cater to you. I mean, you're courting me, so court me.
Mm-hmm.
That means wherever I want to go, you take me.
Absolutely.
Whatever I want.
Oh my God.
I don't think that's what that means. And
that is not what that means.
If that is what that means, you would 100% have a single mom. I'm just gonna throw that out there right now. You are the daughter of a single mom who did not get or felt like she didn't get what she wanted with either your baby daddy or your husband, but you have a single mom. I'm calling her right now. She's got a single mom. With that attitude, she has a single mom. I'm telling you right now, because every single mom, including my own, that you need to have a man bow to you and this and that and the other, that's a single mom mentality. I'm telling you right now, she's got a single mom right now.
In a relationship,
I'm calling it right now.
You don't do that. Everything is catered to you. Absolutely not.
Mm-mm.
It's a give and take. What? This feels like such manosphere red pill talk coming out right now. What are you giving him?
Yeah.
What are you bringing to him?
Attitude.
Except stress. I hate this. And people are probably praising her for this.
Thank you.
What? You buy me. That's courting. You know, I'm looking for a provider. So, but after the conversation, I could see how there was a lot of in that exchange. I was definitely very self-centered, and I can appreciate if I do want someone to provide for me. I at least gotta be a little bit nice.
Absolutely. Okay.
Okay, great. So,
okay, you know what? I'll give you like 2 claps. Thank you for at least realizing it and self-reflecting that you were a bit of a biche. Yeah, this was the the tipping point. I just need to see a modern woman beat down on a guy who was good. But to be fair, I've been watching a lot more reality TV and putting that lens on and trying to see on the male perspective versus female. And I think a lot of the times I do see a lot of men being beaten down by women in fights. And the thing I hate the most, and I've done this before, is we resort to tears.
Oh God. And I hate that because I cry so easily. I cry when I'm happy. I cry when I'm sad, when I'm so mad and I can't get my brain to form words. I cry. It's awful.
Yeah. And sometimes it isn't controlled, but if it happens all the time in that pattern, it is very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate.
Awful.
We won't go much longer on this. I do want to just finish hearing what she has to say.
Now I ask you this. Based on your idea of dating before your conversation with Jay, how did you grow up? Who also thinks that way? I'm sure you have friends who think that way. I've heard it a lot.
I mean, everybody. I mean, that's what the man's, he's supposed to be the provider.
Absolutely.
So, you know, and I'm a beautiful woman, so I'm expecting to be treated like royalty. I mean, come on. So that's what I was doing.
How do we treat him? And that's where the disconnect was.
Right.
In the video, now of course I'm sure you think of it differently now, but in the video you basically told him that you're not going there, you know your value. It would be embarrassing for you to go inside a Cheesecake Factory. A lot of people like Cheesecake Factory. Now, so when I see that video, I'm thinking, okay, she must have some friends who probably would disagree with her going inside a Cheesecake Factory. Your peer group. So peer pressure probably keeps you from.
Never live that. Oh my God. I would never live that down.
Wow. I mean, the Cheesecake Factory, they wouldn't let you live that down.
No, I have an image to protect her.
Wow.
Does not do.
Wow. So it's not even that she's too good for it, that she wants to protect her image of going to a Cheesecake Factory.
Oh my Lord.
I was hoping she was going to talk about her single momness.
I thought for sure she was going to
my mom who's single. Like it was like the stars aligning.
BB is convinced this is all an act. I mean, it might be, but until that comes out, like we're treating this at face value.
Well, this is real. At face value. I mean, yeah, take it with a grain of salt. This is social media age. We one day might see the Twitter community notes saying that this was a scam.
We may see that, but until we do, we're taking this at face value as a legit situation.
Yeah, I mean that was that was my circle though. That's how I mean that's how we roll.
Sure.
I mean, to be quite blunt, that's how we roll. Hypergamy is a big thing in my circle. Is what we've been taught. Why? I mean, as a Black woman, I'll go there. I mean, as a Black woman, we're really tired of having to settle. We want to be treated well. We want that soft life. So That's what I thought I was going after. However, what I understand is a part of having a soft life is being cooperative,
being soft,
not being combative, right?
Actually being soft,
right?
Being receptive, being sweet,
absolutely,
being pleasant, right? Because we do understand the value of resources, but it can't be just something for a lifestyle. Resources, a man's resources is not just for a woman's experiences and traveling and the lifestyle they'll live with marriage, is for providing for the family and the children. And that's why she should seek a man and, you know, respect his resources or prioritize his resources, not just for what it can do for her, right? And so when you were in the beginning of it, you were just saying, I'm not doing it. It seemed really selfish, right? And I appreciate it. When I saw the video,
I think he put that very well. Well, respecting his resources that he brings to the table, because he can't keep up with the life that she wants or whatever. She also has to give and take too. God.
I just want to know, like, I hope they didn't. You know what? I'm gonna pretend they didn't. I don't want to know.
About what?
Know. If they ended up going on like a second date or something. I hope not.
I don't think so. They look so awkward on the couch together.
Yeah, thank goodness.
And he tried to go on other dates too with other people, but then.
So yeah, she brought up that specific Wolf is correct here, and we won't go like too much into it because I don't want to get banned. But you can look up old Kevin Samuels videos and stuff. This is a huge thing in the Black community that at least from what I've seen, like statistics and wise, yeah, this is a thing. And then they get mad because they go outside, you know, and looking for other women. But yeah, it's a big thing. But the thing is just like women in general, like we perpetuated that culture, and so you've perpetuated that culture at some point. Right.
There has to be some truth in that when it goes mainstream like that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
So at some point, your culture of that being disrespected, you know, that she said is somewhere along the line. It's been tolerated so much, and who knows where it started, but it's been tolerated so much that that's now the norm, and you have to retrain yourselves. And
which is what, like, myself and Tugs, like, we've talked about this, like, we've been more of a feminist when we were younger, feminist ideals, and I still think I'm a feminist, but just not the current day definition of feminism. But in any case, I want to see people realize the impact you make on a lot of the stuff that you do and be a better person, be a nicer person, not just for your relationships, like your partner, but your friendships and family. Get your head out of your own butt.
Yep.
Yeah. We got some super chats here. We got D-Day Direwolf for $2 saying Red Pill is like the glasses from They Live. I don't know that. Is that a movie?
Extra Girl doesn't know what that movie is, but yeah, it's a movie. You should add it to your list. But I don't remember the full plot. But the character basically has a pair of glasses, and Duke will correct me if I get this wrong. But it has a character that has glasses. When you put them on, you see what the people truly are, which is like aliens or something, or corrupted beings, or I don't know, something like that. But when you take them off, they look like you and me. When you put them on, you see
like the rose-colored glasses.
Yeah, like rose-colored glasses, except in this
other way,
like demons or aliens or something. Yeah, it's been forever since I've seen it, so I don't remember. But
yeah.
Add it to the list.
Yes. I would definitely say I feel that. I feel that super chat. Darian Murphy for $1.99 says, clip Extra Girl's face when Tugs said single mom. What did my face look like?
I don't even know what your face looked like.
I probably just like.
I'm not wrong. I'll be surprised. I'll be surprised if I'm wrong. I'll just throw that.
Chat. You guys are sleuths.
Listen, I'm just saying. As somebody who has that in her own personal life, that is single mom speak right there.
And I mean, I guess I don't know if that impacted you when you were dating at first, but at least on the feminism side where you feel like you should be treated like a queen. And I used to say this all the time. Now, on a first date, guys should pay for a first date because I spent so much money on makeup and clothes. Like that line in itself, that's not a fair line. You bought it for yourself.
Yeah.
Guy still has to wear clothes too. Not go to the date naked. So thank you, Darian, for the super chat. Brother Redlock, hello, for $5. Thank you so much. By the way, Ancient Suds, Brother Redlock has a great product.
Oh my gosh, what is that?
It's the beef tallow. It's
that's a big one. Oh,
I bought a big one because I'm slowly using it.
Best tallow balm on the market. It's not sticky. It's like putting on lotion. I love it.
Yep.
I love it. I love it.
So Brother Redlock says, when X-Ray Girl torches someone, is that considered a radiation burn? Fire, 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 fire emoji. I bet that lady failed the door lock test too. Dump her. What's the door lock test?
I don't know that I know the door lock test. I do know the and I do this for Duke for the most part, except it is truck because I can't reach. I do know the opening door test for guys. There is one, and it's when you open the door for her and she gets in the car and you close the door and you walk around the car. If she didn't reach over and open the door for you, red flag. Apparently that's the thing. I do that, so I win. Yay.
Ooh, I don't do that.
I can't reach in the truck. The truck is my excuse.
I don't.
I do try. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, things to know in the future. Darius for another $1.99 says she's worse than the previous girl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
True. Yeah. True. I still wouldn't have sex with her, but you know. I'll take her to the Cheesecake Factory.
She would probably like the Cheesecake Factory.
She probably would.
That's the that's the door lock test. Oh, that's what it's called. Okay.
See, I don't do that. I don't know.
Ooh,
red flag. I'm a walking red flag. Crash Mondo for $2. Thank you so much, Crash. We ain't talking about it. That woman can walk home.
She can call an Uber.
Yeah. I wonder, like, if I was in that situation as a man, I probably would have done the right thing and been at least respectful because, you know, she wasn't overtly mean. I think if she started threatening like stuff after I said I'd take her home, and I'd maybe be like, okay,
listen, guys, I'm just trying to help y'all not become on the news as a suspect in a missing girl case. Okay.
I mean, it's up to you. It's your car. You do what you want, right? I grew up where, you know, my mom said if someone picks you up and drops you off at home, you have to drop them off at home. Hearing that about my brothers, so maybe it's just something I grew up with. So, but anyways, thank you, Crash. And we got Marcus for $1.99. Thank you, Marcus. Says, hey, ladies, love the new thumbnail.
Yay!
And click. Which that thumbnail, if you guys are ever interested in art, like making art of yourself, No Name has a Twitter account. You can message them, and they make avatars of just the head, the body, or the full body, and for a really good price too for an artist. Like,
yeah, the link is in the description. No Name X, was it?
No Name X,
No Name X worker. No Name X
yeah,
worker.
yeah. I was used to be reviewer, so that stumped me a little bit. But yeah, thank you. Link is in the description. We got some more super chats here. Grant for 5 says, did you see the story about the message on the Starbucks cup? Seems like it'd be right up your alley. We can talk about that next.
I sent the link. I saw it in the Discord, and I sent the link to our chat. So I was like, I don't know if we'll get to this today, but we have it. We do have it.
I want to find this because someone just put it in the chat. So okay. I see what you're saying, sir. For the not this one, but the next super chat. Single guy cooking. Ooh, I love a guy who cooks. For $10 says, X-Ray was asking for game suggestions for October. Play BioShock
so scary.
in the dark with headphones. It is how I played it when it came out. Loved hugs. Let me know if you drive to VA. Virginia. Sorry, thanks. I was like, Vancouver? No. I have a space for the RV. Ooh. Is it on the way to?
I think it was on sale. No, it's not, unfortunately. Texas is here. Virginia's past Texas, but
I'm gonna pull up Steam and I'm gonna put that on my list. Mark might have that game.
He probably does. I would be shocked.
Knowing him, he probably
BioShock
does.
is a classic. I made it to
How
and
much?
This is not a spoiler, but I made it through up to the point in the game in the very beginning where you reach, there's like a baby carriage and you can hear a baby crying.
Oh no.
And there's no baby. And I was
Mark
like,
does
nope.
have it. Mark does have it, but I'm gonna put it on my wish list so I won't forget. And also, oh, it's 30 Canadian.
Oh, that's expensive. I'm gonna look. I gotta look at Xbox Store. I want to get Alan Wake for you guys. I want to play that. Dead Space. I have Dead Space. I need to get it re-downloaded. It wasn't working the last time,
Yeah.
and I would like to get BioShock.
Which one should
And
I
we gotta do
play?
that.
Infinite 2 Remastered. There's a
No, the first one. It's just
first-
called BioShock. It's the
Okay.
first one. Infinite, I think, is the third one.
Okay, and I'm gonna just download it and install it now, so that.
Oh yeah,
I have it.
Beyond Two Souls. I need to get that too. But that's a PlayStation exclusive. We got to find that one.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah. Mark has it, so I'm gonna play. I do have Fear. I have Fear, so that is a
Oh, is that
possibility
good?
too.
Have you played that yet?
I've not played it because I'm too scared to. I fear.
I will support you in the chat. Or in the
Mhm.
Discord if that makes you feel better. I won't scare you, I promise.
Yeah, and I actually found for anyone who wants to come in the gaming streams, I found an app that you can use called Blurp, where you can play
Blurp. Blurp.
sounds in stream, like screams,
Oh, God.
like you can add clips, but I have emotional damage and stuff like
Oh,
that.
I have that on my
like,
Twitch.
emotional damage.
I'm gonna look at Beyond Two Souls.
I
right now.
love that meme so much. But anyways, we got Darian Murphy for another $1.99. Thank you, Darian. Says Extra Girl looks like
Oh, the one
like
where she's chewing gum.
Raven Simone. Nervous me. I googled it, and yeah, I think I look like this, to be honest. Sounds about right.
From one single mom household to another, I know it when I hear it, dude.
I was like, where are we going with this? Oh my god. I literally had no idea where we were going with that statement. Oh god. Oh yeah, there's a fart noise. Yep, you can play a fart noise. So.
Oh my god, Corey always gets me, or is it Yadere? One of the two, maybe both. They always get me with a scream.
The screams
or
are
the
the
bang.
best.
I have one that's like a bang. It actually hurts my ears. I need to turn it down.
You might have to lower it.
It's me every time.
So we will do the Starbucks cup one. Here we go.
Yes, I have a lot of thoughts on this. So
All
many
right.
thoughts.
So Starbucks baristas offer to intervene to help young woman sparks debate online. The barista's secret note to a young female customer offering to intervene after a man started talking to her has generated heated debate. Oh, okay. So the secret note on the cup to the young female customer offering to intervene. Texas woman Brandy Selim Robertson first shared the story on Facebook. She praised the employee for stepping in when her 18-year-old daughter was approached by a man she didn't know while studying by herself in the Corpus Christi location. The message on the cup read, "Are you okay? Do you want us to intervene? If you do, take the lid off the cup." 18-year-old daughter was at Starbucks alone. He came up and handed her, or a barista, no gender, handed her an extra hot chocolate someone forgot to pick up. Okay, before we even look into what other people said, how do you? Okay, I'll say what I feel because I feel like you probably talked about it already. Have you talked about it yet? Or how you feel about this?
Go ahead.
How do you feel? I want to hear what you think.
Like, are we just reacting to what we've read so far?
Yeah, just the message on the cup. And do you think that's a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing?
I think it's an okay thing. It says that it's generated a debate. I think we can infer as to what that debate is. We'll get there. But I don't think there's anything wrong, especially she's 18, which yes, she's legally an adult, but she's still very young. And so as anybody, a barista, a librarian, or whoever, if you see something and you're kind of like, oh, that was kind of a weird situation, to check on the girl or boy, the young kid or whatever is always a good idea. Because you just never know. And there's been stories, and this is the extreme, obviously, but there's been stories of waitresses who have saved kids from literal human trafficking because they were like,
not feeling this
note, you know, do you like ice cream? Check yes if you need help. Check no if you know, or whatever, right? There's stories of waitresses for I don't even know how many years that have gone online that have saved kids from being kidnapped by an estranged parent or from human trafficking or from a girlfriend from her abusive boyfriend. Or there's stories of bartenders that there was a story of a bartender a few years ago that followed a girl into the bathroom. A female bartender followed a girl customer into the bathroom and warned her about a man that was buying her drinks at the bar. She's like, we can't do anything about it because we can't prove it. She goes, but I'm telling you, he's bad news. Like, we've seen girls act weird when they leave with him. We think he drugs the drinks. So don't, like, she literally, you know what I mean? We've seen girls, bartenders especially, or waitresses follow girl customers into the bathroom and be like, hey, if you need help, order an angel shot and I'll call you an Uber home. Like, if you don't want to be on this date, you're uncomfortable, whatever. I think it's a good thing. I don't see any context yet as to how this man, and by man, do we mean he's 40? Was he a young man? Did he look
homeless? Was he
a homeless man? Like, there's no context yet. It just says a man. And I did try to find the original post. I couldn't find it. The original article doesn't specify really either.
Yeah. I will say this. There's no harm in checking if someone's okay. You know?
Yeah.
I think especially if this girl goes to Starbucks a lot and studies there, and they have seen her many times and said, oh my gosh, I don't think I've ever seen her talk to this guy.
Yeah. That's the other thing too, is many people, especially the younger girls at Starbucks, Starbucks knows you. There's one thing I do like about Starbucks is when you go repeatedly into the same Starbucks, they will get to know you as long as the baristas don't leave. Like, they will get to know you and they'll start to remember, like, there's, you know, stories of, oh, that I don't have to do anything. My Starbucks is just ready for me at the coffee shop, just has it. And local coffee shops do this too, but Starbucks does do that. It's a genuine thing. So it's kudos to them. So they do recognize their regulars, and it could be that is just that situation. It could be, okay, we have a young girl in here by herself studying, so let's just keep an eye on her, you know, kind of thing. So
yeah, I mean, she got a free drink. That hot chocolate costs a lot, okay?
Hot chocolates are so good too.
Oh my god. Yeah, so I think this is okay to do. Better than, you know, regret, because at least you tried, and if she's okay, then great. If she's not, then yeah, might have saved someone.
Yep.
So I guess this was on the Facebook post. How grateful I am for people who look out for other people. Side note, she felt safe and did not remove the lid, but let them know. She said the whole team was watching over her the rest of the time she was there. Thank you to Starbucks for having a great team. At the time, Miss Robertson told the Post the man was very loud and animated. She looked up and just saw a row of baristas staring at her, ready to step in. This reaffirms my faith in humanity. Maybe
very loud and animated tells me it was probably a homeless guy.
He probably was drunk or something like that.
Yeah, I highly doubt it was a situation. I mean, maybe. I'm not there, just reading off of this. Very loud and animated. As somebody who was going to the Starbucks and in my old neighborhood, which is not a very good one, there was always some homeless guy. Didn't matter what time of day, in and out of the Starbucks, outside the Starbucks, yelling at himself, and he would come in and like yell at the room and then leave. And that could be very well what happened. It could just be some older guy that was lonely, and he's like, "Oh, here's a pretty girl by herself." Like, hey, and you're
you look like a nice person. He'll talk to me.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so this reaffirms my faith in humanity. Maybe just seeing the story. Others, if given the opportunity to say something or turn away, they would say something. The story and photo has gone viral by the account called Activism. Viewed 20.5 million times. This is in 2021. Oh no, another story in 2021. If a guy is bothering you, put your
bartender. See, in 2021 in Florida bar, that's the one. This is the one that handed the note to the two women. The customer was creepy. Yeah.
Oh,
that's another one.
Sweep your ponytail to the side if he's giving you the creeps. I honestly, this is no harm at all. So I think this is great. You know, people doing good in the world. A lot of people are bystanders. They see something bad happening and they just watch. I think that's absolute crap when that happens. So, yeah. Well, I wonder what the online debates about? It just says sparked an online
So if
debate.
you go to the Twitter link within the article, the call to activism, I'll pull it up. Twitter post, where is it? There it is. Link, copy, or actually I can just share it. I keep forgetting I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Please hold. Share. So this is the post from Call to Activism. Now, I don't know why this person decided to repost this, because this original post from the mom is like a year old. I don't know if he just got sent it. I don't know. Anyway, as a father of a daughter, I'm glad people are looking out. Today's society, more people should be proactive. I wish that was me. My boyfriend assaulted me. And then you have, what color was the man? You have,
oh my God.
Yeah. Biscuit Clap says, a male adult can't even try to meet another adult in real life without being presumed a threat. What a world we men live in. Here's the thing. Everybody in the comments here automatically implying that the man was a creep is exactly what is wrong with this world. As a reminder to the feminist women who I am sure are in the replies, you wouldn't exist without us. Just remember that one. Nowhere ever did the barista say he's creepy. Not like the bartender, right? The bartender in that example literally wrote on the note, like, he's creeping me out. Like, are you ladies okay? This barista flat out was like, hey, are you okay? Like, do you need an out? Like, he was loud. He came in and was loud and animated and kind of acting blah. And it also doesn't specify, which I wish the mom had, just so we had more context. Is he older? I feel like if it was a younger kid, like a younger guy, like her age, it might not have been such a big deal. So the fact that it was probably an older man compared to her, you're talking maybe 40. Like, yeah, it's a little weird. It's a little weird. So this is where the
online debate.
The debate, yeah. What?
So defending the man.
Guys won't approach. No, it was nice of them. However,
but it wasn't even the girl. Like,
no, the girl did nothing. It was the baristas. It was nice of them. However, if you're wondering why many women end up being lonely, it's because men have demonized, geez, into oblivion. We cannot even approach a woman nowadays. This article says nothing either way about it being an approach. Like, hey, I think you're cute. Are you single? Like, nothing like that, right? The only description we get of this guy is that he was loud and animated, which to me screams homeless man. And yeah, you bet your butt I want my barista to write on a cup if I'm okay.
Yeah, if I had a homeless man or a berating drunk guy come up to me, I want to feel protected too.
Right, exactly.
Like, I'm sure the girl can just say, I'm not interested. And if she's not feeling it and he's being creepy, actually, legitimately, then she can go to the barista.
Right. And that's why the barista was like, listen, take your lid off. If not, cool. And she didn't. It says right there in the article that she did not take, she was fine. It just was kind of a weird encounter. And so she did not take the lid off and she was okay. Like, thank you for checking on me. I think it's perfectly fine to check on, especially young girls. Like, she's young. She's by herself.
At 18, you almost don't even know if they're a child. Like, she could still be in high school. Oh my God. Tricky. For $5 says $10 says the barista thought she was cute and wanted her phone number. We don't even know the gender of the baristas.
That's true. It could be girl, could be guy, could be whatever. Yeah. Yep.
So I don't know. What was the barista wrong? I don't think they were entirely wrong. They didn't say anything to the guy. They weren't like, dude, you're being such a creep.
Yeah, they did not they didn't kick him out. You know, they didn't kick him out. They didn't ask him to leave. They didn't confront him at all. They just kind of were like, hey, like, are you good? You know, it could have been something as simple as like, hey, you know, yeah, but can you walk me to my car? Could have been just something as simple as that.
This happens in our lives every day, in the sense that, like, if I'm going out with my girlfriends, and one gets talked to with a guy and I just go, hey, everything good? Cool. Have fun. But if they're not good, I'm going to, use a tactic to get her away if she's not comfortable.
And Eddie, I think that this is the disconnect here too. If you look at the male comments on that tweet that have daughters that are fathers, they are making comments like this. Yeah, as the father of a daughter, please, for the love of God, like, make the note on the cup, because you just never know. the single guys are the ones being like, or the bachelor guys, or the non-married, the guys, the kids, whatever you want to call them, are the ones that are commenting like, well, this is why we can't approach women anymore. And blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Also, Duke just shared this because he's eavesdropping.
Yeah.
This is a serial killer that was caught in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, which is close to the Washington border, if I'm remembering my whatevers. But where is it? So authorities discovered the Duncan, blah, 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 blah. A gas station employee recognized the girl and the vehicle and was nosy and was like checking the little girl out as she's walking around the gas station, checking her out, like, what's going on here, and called the police. And that's how they stopped a serial killer. Be nosy. It's okay. Please, with love of God. Especially in certain situations. Like, she's fine. She's 18, right? I get it. But I don't know, I'm perfectly okay with this. There's a difference between having a guy at the bar come up to you and be like, hey, baby, I think you're really cute. And you're like, ew, he's so creepy. We should kick him out. Like, are you okay? Red danger, red danger. That's not okay. But yeah, you're chilling at Starbucks. You're working on your laptop. And some guy comes up to you and is like, or whatever it was he was doing. That's a little weird. You know, I don't know.
Yes.
What do I know? Context matters. Exactly.
Freaking
all these guys in the replies that like started a fight about it are in their feelings. Like, not everything is about you in that.
Not everything's about dating either. Like, I talk to random people all the time, male, female, young, old, because it's polite. It's a very rural thing to do. When you're out like, I go to the grocery store and I have a chat while they're doing their job if the line isn't too long. And guess what? It's not perceived as creepy if a guy does it the opposite to me. I'm just thinking they're a nice dude. But maybe it's a small town thing versus a city thing.
Maybe. I mean, it would be weird somebody my age approaching an 18-year-old boy at the Starbucks and be like, hey.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
You know what I mean? Like, it would be weird. It would be weird.
It would be weird. So,
kudos to those baristas for looking out. Humans. Sometimes humans do good things. And that was one of them. Fully support.
Speaking of humans, we have Marcus Henry for $4.99 says, Chrissy has a boy on the way. And X-Ray, how in the hell do you have so much more followers on Kick than the actual G&G account?
Because she's better.
No.
Yes.
I had a bot attack where I had like 9,500, maybe, I think. I'm thinking around 9,500 follows from bots. And there is no way, at least on Twitch, I'll give this to Twitch, you can delete followers or block them. I can't block them. I would have gone through the list.
You tried reaching out to
I did. I told them. I was like, hey, I just had an influx of thousands of followers. It was annoying. Is there anything you can do? And they're like, oh, we'll look into it. Nothing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is. I don't know what to do. Honestly, I have no idea what to do. Plus, I'm not using Kick as like my primary. It's YouTube. So, but yeah, congrats to Chrissy, who is with child.
With a bairn. A bairn. She's got a bairn.
Yeah. Frank worked so hard to make sure she got pregnant.
Get it, Frank.
Get it.
That might be a record. They've been married a whole, 2 months?
They got married, in June or July?
Has it been that long? Yeah, okay. So 3 months. Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, was it on the wedding day? Who knows?
It better have been. If my math is mathing, that's not right. Now we're on a race. We're on a race now.
Yeah. Tugs and I are racing each other who will get pregnant first. Cajun Corey for $4.99 says, X-Ray, I support you playing any scary games because I can scare you with a fart sound alert. That's actual facts. Every time.
I was jumpy the other day. Oh my God. Everything that they were playing, there was some bits alerts and I was like, ah! It was bad.
Well, especially when you're playing a scary game, any noise is just like,
oh yeah,
what is that?
Teenagers.
What is that? So thank you, Cajun Corey, for the $4.99. And what is this we highlighted?
Oh, I didn't want to forget it. People need to talk to each other more, says Good Revenge. We are all becoming antisocial and wondering why the world is going to shit. I agree with you. However, I think that there is a... Can I help you, sir? I think that...
Oh, hello.
I think that there's a way to do it. Like, there's a difference between... She's sitting there studying, let's say. She's sitting there studying, and I'm sitting there studying, and I lean over and I'm like, oh my gosh, English, like I'm terrible at English, math is my subject, like finals, right, they suck. And you're like, oh my god, yeah, finals are terrible, I hate finals, blah, blah, blah. And then you strike up a conversation. Or if I'm at a cafe and I'm reading a book and a lady or a gentleman or whoever is like, oh my god, do you like that book? Like that used to happen to me at Barnes & Noble all the time. I would pick up a bunch of books and I would read like the first few pages of each book to see if I was something I was interested in. So I would sit at the cafe and get a coffee or something, and I would read through the books, and people would be like, oh, how is that book? And I'm like, whatever. And so that's different. The context here in this particular situation is you're acting a fool. Calm down. That's not talking. That's personal space. Please chill out. And that's happened to me before too, especially, again, I keep bringing them up because I'm almost positive that's what happened, is it was a homeless guy. They are all up in your business. That's not going. There's a difference. I love talking to people, honestly. Like I'll be out and about, and Duke has seen this firsthand. I'm famous for this at the Disney parks. We'll be in line for a ride or whatever, and I'll just talk to people. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
It's because they have interesting lives. We're here right now. Am I ever gonna meet you? Especially the people in, where did we go again? Epcot.
Oh yeah.
When it's like the people who've traveled to work there and they're actually not from the country, that is pretty cool. So
yeah.
Of course
I love those people. They have the best stories.
There's a time and place. Read the room. The cues. If someone is working on something, unless there's something that is like of utmost emergency to tell them, like they have toilet paper on their shoe or their flies undone or something like that, then just leave them alone. It's fine. Yeah,
it's fine. Like there's again, context matters. Just going off of that description of that man, loud and animated, not a conversation you want to have. Okay. Calm down.
Marcus Henry for $4.99. You ladies should play Party Animals with the rest of the crew sometime. Have fun. Hilarious. We had fun yesterday playing with Tara.
Last night. I finally got it to work. And,
it was so fun. You said you wanted to talk to me about something. We'll chat afterwards about Party Animals.
Well, yeah, no, nothing bad. Just
okay. I think it had to do with party animals. Yeah. I have a feeling I know what it is, but but yes, we want to play that game more. It's so funny. It's like being a drunk stuffed animal.
Yeah, pretty much.
Way I can explain it.
Yeah.
I want to be a drunk stuffed animal. I'm just a drunk human at this point.
Yeah. Oh, they're like a little bit of cushion, so I guess that makes me a stuffed animal.
Cushion for the pushing.
Yeah.
I can just imagine Mark right now, slamming through the door, being like, "Hey, baby,
listen,
I'm ready."
To work on those babies, okay?
Gosh, I'm sure Mark will be very happy hearing that. I can hear the chat, just praising him right now.
It's your turn
cyborg babies.
I need to have a wedding first.
Well. Did you hear that?
I can feel the eye roll from here. Now he's laughing at me.
Oh my god. Yeah. Do we have time for another topic?
I don't see why not. Do. Oh, I like the Jackbox games too, Grant. I actually have those on my Xbox. We played them for my charity stream.
All right. The article changed on me. All right, here we go. So this is the Tradwife thing.
Oh yeah, I have no idea what this is.
This is interesting. So bad news for Tradwives. Mothers who believe that men should hold the power in the family are less responsive parents, study finds. Interesting. The Tradwife trend sees women reverting to the traditional roles of housewives, but women who think men should have power are less responsive parents. Now, just because you're a traditional wife doesn't mean that you're handing your husband the power.
Yeah, I don't think people keep using these words and they don't mean what they think.
It's not. just being a stay-at-home mom, a
Look at the
housewife.
chats like ball.
Like what? That's why I wanted to like talk about this because this was I just read it and I'm like, okay, this has to be an article that we go through. Like it's so bad. It's so bad.
I'm so distracted right now.
I don't know. Is Daily Mail like a very I don't know, right or left wing?
So no, Daily Mail is in the middle. Daily Mail is kind of a tabloid, but they've been doing more legit articles too ever since the beer bug in 2020. They're one of the what's the word, papers, it's not a newspaper anymore, but one of the newspapers that like not flip sides, but like the New York Post kind of flipped sides because everything was weird. Daily Mail was like reporting actual news when they're normally a tabloid. Daily Mail is also the only one that would report on Armie Hammer's like case and how they had no case and this girl was a fake accuser and all that stuff. So kudos to the Daily Mail, honestly. Shout out to you.
Okay. Anyway, over the last few years, an unusual parenting trend has emerged across the UK, the Tradwife movement. The trend seeing women reverting to traditional roles of housewives practiced in the 50s and 60s. Men are seen as holding the power in the relationship, with Tradwives encouraged to be submissive to their partner. Interesting choice of words. Now, we know in the manosphere and the red pill space that you hear this word, women being submissive to their partner.
Mm-hmm.
It has a very negative connotation because being a sub means that you were under them, like you were their employee. It's not the same thing. It is not the same thing. As much as a woman is submissive to her man, when he's trying to lead the family in a positive direction in his, for what he foresees, if she has something to say, he will listen to her as well, especially if she understands and knows, is more knowledgeable in that section of life. That's very interesting. A new study will come as bad news for people who follow the Tradwife movement. Researchers at the University of Auckland have revealed that both mothers and fathers who think men should have the authority are less responsive parents. Now, what did they mean by responsive parents?
What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
The belief behind the movement is that wives should not work. Rather, they should spend their days cooking, cleaning, wearing modest and feminine dresses, and practicing traditional etiquette. They should also be submissive to their partners and always put them first. However, skeptics think that the trend is an example of hostile sexism.
So there was less responsive parents or less responsive partners?
It's very interesting. It's being kind of dodgy.
Does it say parents or partners?
Less responsive parents, I believe.
Okay.
Less responsive parents. So, this is characterized by beliefs that men should hold the power and authority in society. Okay. In their new study, the team set out to understand the link between hostile sexism and parenting attitudes and behaviors. 95 sets of parents were surveyed about their parenting style before they were observed by the researchers while playing with their 5-year-old child. The results revealed that fathers with higher levels of hostile sexism reported less warm and more controlling parenting attitudes. What is hostile sexism?
I have no idea. What?
Hostile sexism refers to negative views toward individuals who violate traditional gender roles. Okay, so this is like red pill. They're probably red manosphere. They probably are kind of equating that to hostile sexism.
Okay.
For example, some people disparage girls who enter traditional masculine domains such as science or sport.
Okay, but what does that have to do with parenting? I'm so confused.
The observations also showed that both fathers and mothers with hostile sexism showed less responsive parenting, which means that the parents are aware of their children's emotional, physical needs and respond appropriately and consistently. You mean if they're happy, they're happy. If they're sad, they're sad. While the reason for this link remains unclear, the researchers have several theories. Accepting father's authority could mean that mothers higher in hostile sexism follow fathers' lead in directing family interactions, producing less engaged and child-focused parenting. How do you gauge that, though?
I don't know.
I would love to read this study. Dr. Nicola Overall. What a funny name. This is another possibility that mothers with higher in hostile sexism guard their role as caregiver by restricting fathers' parental involvement, which detracts from being responsive to their children.
Okay.
The team hopes the findings will encourage families to address and challenge hostile attitudes about power dynamics within family. Gender inequality and child well-being are an ongoing global challenge, and sexist beliefs about the kinds of roles that are appropriate for men and women contribute to gender inequalities. This is complete BS.
First of all, this is a lot of words that are not making sense.
I would love to see what she means, and maybe I will take a look at her actual article and kind of do a breakdown, because what is this less engaged and focused parenting? We're using hot sensationalized words and not giving the definition of what that means.
Yeah, what does that mean? The only thing I can think of is but this would be an article that's biased against the women, and it doesn't seem to be. How do I even put this? The only thing that I even would consider this being a logical argument, which I could see modern girls taking the whole submissive thing and caregiving thing and that aspect of it, because we haven't had it in so long, so people forget what that means. So I can see them not necessarily being engaging with children unless it was in a positive manner. So then now they're diverting all of the discipline to the father because they need to be submissive. But no, I'm not even drawing that conclusion either.
I almost see I can see them looking at Pearl, especially because her show was in the UK, and laser eyes towards her and her show. But I mean, who knows? Because the whole trad woman has become a more prominent thing in the UK, in America, and I mean, I don't know extensively the divorce laws in the UK, but I think it would be interesting to see if this hostile sexism trait that you see in these families, if they stay together in the long term, or is it these parents that she deems better parents, more responsive parents to their children, how long they stay together, just out of curiosity.
I don't know. Yeah, that article was a lot of word salad vomit. There was a lot of word vomit.
It's like trying to sound smart when you're not.
I understood none of it.
I don't think, hey, maybe if the studies are out there and this is done correctly and with the proper definitions, because it's not well defined in this article, it's not a science article, that we need to see more.
I need more.
I know. Why are we talking about food in the chat? Garlic butter croutons.
Word salad.
Oh, I would love.
Havitano asked if there was any croutons in the word salad.
I would love croutons in my salad right now.
I love croutons as a snack.
This is what I'm thinking. Responsive parenting means helicopter moms. I don't think being a helicopter mom is a good thing, because it frustrates me when I see this in hospitals. And this is kind of, we were talking about this yesterday with Dadcast. You need to have your children, and this is really hard to do, get hurt and you not react, so that they're like, oh my God, if I scuff my knee, it's the worst thing in the world because mom is reacting like it's the worst thing in the world. No, it's just a scratch. You're fine. You're not bleeding. If they're bleeding, it's not broken. Let's see if it's okay. Here, a Band-Aid, great. And then move on.
Yeah.
And you can definitely see the type of helicopter parenting in person when you're at a hospital, when it's actually a dire circumstance.
Yeah.
Oh my God. My favorite comparison, in one day, I had this young, say 5 or 6 year old Asian boy. So good. Mom and dad was like, you go in there, you be good, listen to them. He went in there, he was good, he listened to me.
Oh.
Had a broken wrist.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. The kid, tough. And then I had another little kid who stubbed their toe, nothing broken, completely flipping out, 8 years old. They
Oof.
shouldn't be freaking out like that. And the mom going, please hold still. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
But I mean, I get it. We're scary.
Beating
We're
your kids. No, I'm just kidding.
We're scary. But honestly, we actually had to pin the kid down afterwards.
Right. Yeah. And that makes it even worse because now that's his only memory of being at the doctor is you guys like strapping him down.
Yeah. Honestly, and you feel bad, but if you and I told the mom, I was like, if we can't get the pictures, you either have to hold them down or we don't take the pictures. I'm not fighting this. I'm not. You have to hold him if he's not gonna do anything. I wish, but you can't do that.
That's scary, John Thomas. Everybody knows all about God, what the heck? Gracie is her name, I think. The girl that she was in a wheelchair and her mom was faking the whole thing and she got like Make a Wish Foundation to Disney.
What?
Oh yeah. She was poisoning
that is
her.
disturbing. What? Poison your own child just to take advantage of the system. That's disgusting.
Yeah, she was like 15 and the only reason that she even got the daughter, whose name you guys will tell me in the chat. I know you remember it. They made a movie about it on Hulu. It's actually really good. She her whole life in the wheelchair, super sick, taking all these meds, blah blah. And she ends up like sneaking a phone and getting like a social media app on the phone and she meets a boy. The daughter does. And that's where she starts to flip the script and like figures out that she's actually fine. And she ends up murdering her mother.
Oh.
Gypsy Rose. That's it. Gypsy Rose. Look it up. It's wild. It's wild. But her mom had that Munchausen's by proxy. Oh, yeah.
That is disgusting.
Oh, yeah. And she loved the attention. And they got trips to Disney World. They got free money. They got free housing. Like all of it because she told, Gypsy Rose was sick and she was going to die. And oh,
that is disturbing. Disturbing.
Her for turning on her mother? Not really. Yeah.
It's interesting. Tricky for $2 asks, thank you, by the way, Tricky. Out of curiosity, did a man or woman write this? I'm not gonna lie, I can't tell.
What's the name?
Shivali Best.
Oh, click it. It's a Twitter link. Click it.
Oh, it was a girl.
Of course it is.
So, executive science and tech editor covers everything from sex robots to single. Dinosaurs.
She's single.
Wow. Well, there you go, chat. I still want to know if that woman from Cheesecake Factory or didn't go into the Cheesecake Factory was a child of a single mom. Just out of curiosity. I want to see if Tugs is right.
Oh my god, I'm gonna be so what? The mom thing?
Yeah. Because if you are right, dang, you good. You're good.
I wonder if I can go. What was her name? Alicia?
Alicia. People are saying her age in the chat, so
she looks a lot. She looks in her late 30s, early 40s. I don't know how old he is, but hey, neither Alicia nor Jay have dated since the video. If they can get closer to center on values, Jay would love to take her out again. You beta.
Jay. Okay. I take away the alpha card, that Chad card I wanted to give you. Felt after that video, you really took yourself down that. Okay, I'm sure if the manosphere heard about this, they would be like, he's not a Chad anymore.
I'm gonna find. I'm mad this wasn't a skit. Was the first comment on that?
I know. I kind of wished it was a skit because then it would make sense why he's acting like that. God.
I can't find anything about the family. Oh. Somebody somewhere is gonna find out. I want
you guys know. Let us know in the comments if you guys
if she blows up on the social medias, because I feel like she's going to. She was raised by a single mom. I would also not be shocked if she was a single mom.
Yes.
But we're gonna go with raised. We're gonna go with raised.
That's another thing I saw when like women go on dates and they expect the man to pay for their childcare.
Oh God. Yeah.
Dang. Dang. Also, I've been on like dates where I remember this guy. He saw one of his friends there, and I guess the friend brought their date's kid because they couldn't. The babysitter fell through. I would be like, oh, that is odd. That is an odd space to be in on a first date.
Mm. Yeah.
But hey,
also trying.
he
to
wanted to go
find
on the
out-
date. I understand that.
I'm also trying to find out like where's her social media. She went on like this rant for 20 bazillion minutes.
I think that if this emergence of the manosphere getting a hold of this, she's probably getting so much hate right now.
Probably. Yeah.
So I mean, I would have probably locked my social media. It all passes. It always passes. So
He will be crazy.
yep. But you know what's not crazy? Us. I don't think we're crazy.
The Cheesecake Factory.
The
is also
Cheesecake
not
Factory. I gotta go to the Cheesecake Factory. I'm gonna make my friend go to the Cheesecake Factory on Friday.
I want to go. I know. I want to go now.
Yeah.
And also
Yeah.
Olive Garden.
After all this talk, I don't have an
Right?
Olive Garden here, but we'll go to the Cheesecake Factory.
Who is this woman? I know she's got social media somewhere because she's posting all these apology videos. Where is she?
She got learnt.
She did get learned. Oh,
You found something?
no. This comment says Jada Pinkett's School of Communication.
Write a book to communicate with your ex-husband,
Oh,
giving all the salacious details of how you cucked him.
this is a 6-minute video from her talking about how social media can really just view up or change people's view about you. She's talking entirely. This does not need to be 5 minutes. Jeez.
Oh my God. Single Guy Cooking says Duke and Mark need to make their own podcast.
Duke and Mark need to make their own podcast. That would be fun.
That'd be funny.
And
They're complaining about us the entire time.
Yeah, we can get Lee on there too as moderator.
Yes. All right. Maybe we'll wrap it up here if you can't find out the
Yeah,
deep.
I got nothing for you. I'm
All
trying.
right.
I got nothing. If somebody finds out, I want to know now.
Yeah,
Somebody
please
find
let us know. All right. So, Tugs, do you have anything coming up?
Nothing specifically. I think I might pop into Rogue Disney stream tomorrow. 8 p.m.
Ooh.
Eastern, depending on traffic and stuff. I might pop in for a little bit. We're talking like Disney 100 and all of that. I have scary games to play. I have games to download. Also, for those of you in my Discord, and Hokies, if you can drop that link again, if you guys want to play Phasmophobia, if you haven't, and Extra Girl, you're obviously welcome as well. Let's pick a day and let's do it because I'm down for the spoopies. Yeah, but I'm on Twitch, so follow me there.
Cool. I love your nails, by the way.
Thanks.
Saw them.
Fall.
Saw them. Saw dems.
I get them done Saturday. I got to pick a different color now. I don't know where I'm
I
going.
gotta get my toes done.
Oh yeah,
They're grown out. Been a month.
Just-
Yeah. So you can follow.
She's cutting Mark's legs at night.
Yeah,
Your
all of him.
toenails.
All 8 of his legs. You can follow me, X-Ray Girl, Rumble, YouTube, Locals. Do we have anything exciting? Oh, we do have something exciting next week, guys.
Oh, right. Poor choices.
On Dadcast, we're gonna have Shadowversity. Hopefully, this time he's gonna stay healthy.
Poor guy.
So that's gonna be exciting, and then we're gonna have another that time of the month with Chrissy Mayer.
Mama Mayer. Oh,
Mama Mayer. Oh my God, I love that.
Mama Mayer.
love
Do you know what
that.
this means, though? Listen, I know we're ending, but I have to sidebar for just a second because it shocked me. So not the Simcast that we were on, but the Simcast that I was on before that, the week or two before, by myself. Chrissy was talking about how she was so hungover. She's like, I'm so hungover. It's been like 3 days. I'm just still hungover. So I'm not having a White Claw because I can't get over this hungover. That little sneaky witch was having like pregnancy symptoms the entire time.
Yeah. Honestly,
Kudos to her for streaming.
when was it that I knew
Sneaky.
or just had an inkling? I was talking to her. This was a Simcast before she actually spilled the beans, and I was looking at her cup, which is like a sparkly Starbucks cup, and she went into an over explanation. But I didn't want to ask her. I was like, "Oh, that's so cool. What are you drinking?" And she's like, "Oh, some like White Claw. Just like I feel like I spill too much, so I put it in a cup like this, just so I won't spill on my computer." And go like,
Entirely too much. I put it in a tumbler. It's safer for my computer. That was my excuse, right? When I put my wine in my rather than a glass, I was like, "Oh, I just spill it too much." Is it wine I'm drinking? I don't know. Sometimes it's water.
Yeah, but if you put it in a tumbler, all you have to say is, "Oh, this keeps it cold." Oh, I like drinking through a straw.
A fan got this for me, and it's sparkly, and so
yeah, I don't know. But yeah, as soon as you go into over explanation mode, you're like, And I think women are like that, where they might not say something right away. They're just like accruing the details in their head.
Yeah.
And you're like,
It just hit me later. I was like, wait a second, that sneaky little witch.
that sneaky little Mama Mayor. We're gonna have Shaddy Daddy and Mama Mayor on next week.
That's her new name now. Your wine glasses are dirty, right? Like all my dishes are dirty. I just got back.
They're all dirty. Sorry.
I never would have questioned that. Yeah.
Yep. Never would have questioned. But yeah. Oh my gosh, it's like I spill things on my desk.
Yeah. My Discord not working. That sounds
good. Can Hokies put the link in again?
I hope it's not an expired link. It's an everyday, like a permanent link. Why does that keep happening?
Boo. Maybe we'll add the Discord links in our description for the future. But in any case, thank you guys for all the super chats. Thank you guys for chatting, hanging out, all the good things. You guys have been awesome sauce, and I'm very hopeful for more stuff. Tugs and I are going to have a little chat. Things might change, and we might be seeing more content or different content. Who knows?
Yeah. I'm like, what are we talking about?
I don't know, but depends on news, time, and events in life.
Oh,
whatever that means.
Yes.
I'll let the chat ponder on that. Yeah, I don't want to spill things on my desk too about life events.
Oh, now you've done it. Now there's rumors. This is grape juice, by the way. You're welcome.
All right. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.